All right, guys, it's time to get started. I hope everyone's here by now. Let me see. I know that one's that. Push me to type it today. Today is not us today. Today is not us. YouTube is still 18 minutes to restart. I hope everyone is here. When you're here, put your name in the box. Seems like you guys already had a long Q&A conversation about internet. I don't know why my internet connection is slow. Jabit. So the name fixes internet. Ahmed, who's Opiami, Juhan, Jonathan, Farzana, Nisad. Opiami, hey Nisad, I meant Tafur. Hi, Lone. Thanks, Farzana. I don't know you respond to that question. I don't know, Juhan, but do you guys notice that when it's round one, the voice lags completely out of control? Yes, really, that's exactly the same. Other people said it was lagging. I was one of them. You guys said it's your internet alone. Check the speed, go closer to the server. But then Naeem said, oh, yeah, it's my internet. Only Juhan agreed with me. What do you give me, Juhan? I gamed you alone. Check the entire Q&A. I want my apologies. Haha. I know you said it was my internet, but everyone else said it was mine. Sorry, Lone. I apologize on behalf of everyone. It's all Naeem. Anywhere, saying. Just give him the damn apology so we can end this. It's another story after I get my apology. I'm sorry for something I didn't do. Well, after 11:20 something, 11:18. Before you're late something. You're late. Opihami was here for like 2 weeks. You're still on that loan. All you been here. Really for Zana. Really, we didn't say anything. The loan was all earned. Naeem, and how is your internet going to affect us? End of conversation. Okay. Um. All right, guys. Let me know when you're here by putting your name in the box. Just waiting on everyone to enter. Got it, guys? Put your name on the box. All right, guys. Put your name on the box when you enter the stream. This should have been started live from 11:30. But it seems like money if you have a conversation in the Q&A already. All right, guys. Put your name in the Q&A. Okay, guys, put your name in the Q&A when you are here. That'd be helpful. All right, guys, so just do that. Looks like we have 5 viewers waiting on everyone else. Looks like we have 7 viewers, guys. Looks like we have 7 viewers. Put your name in the Q&A when you are here. That would be helpful. All right, guys, put your name on the box when you enter the stream. Yep, looks like everything in mind is working. Guys, are we all here? Put your name on the box when you are here. That would be helpful. Let me flip to the page where we got cut off yesterday. Alright guys, are we all here? Put your name in the box, in the Q&A box when you're here. Even if you've done so already, I just need to see it now for attendance. So put your name in the Q&A box. That's supposed to be an and sign. Guys, come on. What happened? You're being ignored? Guys, come on, put your name in the Q&A box when you're here. I can't. Guys, put your name in the Q&A box when you're here. Guys, come on, we have to start. Alright guys, time to catch up. Alright, so as for today's class starting at 11:30, I will not usually have it start at 11:30. I will usually have it start promptly at 11. The reason why the last three classes were delayed was because I was trying to account for all of the internet errors and all of the other stuff that could happen and that could occur during the session. So that took a little while to get set up. But usually I will get started a little bit earlier so we can still start promptly at 11, right? It's important that we don't lose instructional time because we are getting closer and closer to the examination. All right, guys. Now all of you have your names. Hopefully, all of you are listening. Let's get started, right? I'm gonna start by erasing up 85 because it seems like we never got to do 85. So I'm just gonna erase all of that 85. Anything on 85, I'm just gonna erase. Just take a little bit of time because there's a lot of stuff here, but. Right, so let me just erase all that. And then we will erase it. All right, guys. So no problem. The video stream should be high quality today. There should be no audio problems. I fixed the internet. Just give me a second to clean out any of the stray marks. Got it. Looks clean. All right. So it was 2:15 on Annie's watch when she left her house to go to the library. While at the library, she adjusted her watch by setting it forward from 2:40 to 2:49. So what did she do here? She pretty much added 9 minutes to her watch. Can we start 83, 84? Okay. All right. That's cool. All right. Let's start from 83. All right, guys. It will just take a second to erase. Just quite a few things I have to get rid of here. So just give it a second. Guys, there's no need to get angsty over yesterday, right? Yesterday was just an error on my part. I take full responsibility. My internet speed was not where it should be. I posted a screenshot of then speed, and then I realized why the stream was getting so chunky and clunky, because my upload speed had dropped to a very low point, right? Usually I have 50 megabytes download, 5 megabytes upload. I have increased that yesterday to 100 megabytes download and 10 megabytes upload, just so that I am on top of things and we have extra bandwidth to make sure that the streams are still high quality, and maybe we might even push up to 1080p, right? So I apologize for yesterday, but I have taken steps to ensure that that doesn't happen again. 84. Let me just clean some stuff here, just so get everything clean. All right, that looks clean enough. Okay, that looks like I have erased as much as I can. So boom. Let's get started promptly. All right. I just hope you realize that people in my internet is fine. Okay, your internet is fine. That's great. No one was telling the truth. Sorry if it hurts someone, but just don't say, don't only blame Naeem. Guys, it's fine to blame me. I don't mind, right? My internet's now where it should be. Because I'm the one that's uploading the stream. Most of the bandwidth does fall on my part. But okay. All right, ready, guys? So let's do 83. Okay. 10 minus 10 to the c is equal to 9.99. Find c, right? So 10 minus 10 to the c is equal to 9.99. What you want to do is just subtract 10. Subtract 10. Negative 10 to the c is equal to negative 0.01, right? Multiply by negative 1. Multiply by negative 1. 10 to the c is equal to 0.01. Now 0.01 is just 1/100th. Right? Just 1/100th. So 1/100th is equal to 10 to the c. Now we should know that a to the negative m is equal to 1 over a to the m. Got it? So we know that 100 is just equal to 1 over 10 squared. 1 over 10 squared is just equal to 10 to the negative 2. So if 10 to the c is equal to 10 to the negative 2, we know that c must be negative 2. All right, guys, we can calm down on the internet. I'm going to try to clean the chat box, okay? Just give me a second, guys. Let's start blank. We don't have to talk about the internet yesterday. It's fine. Cleaning the chat box. Man, you guys talked a lot about this internet. Alright, guys. Erasing the internet. I'm not erasing the internet, erasing these. Oh my gosh, the ridiculous amount of questions. Alright, guys, I can't spend too much time erasing, but. Guys, I'm deleting questions and you guys are adding to the questions. It's kind of being counterintuitive. Right? I'm taking time out of the session to delete questions. Alright, OPM, it's gonna take a long time to delete the questions, right? Because there's new ones coming out and I'm probably gonna I can sit here all day deleting questions, so. So I don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna try to push everything down. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. I've tried to clean this, but there's obviously a lot of stuff, so. Clean to the best of my ability. Alright. So we just went over 83. Hopefully 83 makes sense. Moving on. 84. How many boys are there in a group of 27 students if there are 4/5 as many girls as there are boys? Well, let's think about it. Let's say boys. Let number of boys equal x. Then let number of girls. Well, girls, there are 4/5 as many girls as boys, so 4/5 x. So now you know what? X plus 4/5 x. Alone, what's your previous question? I just deleted so many stuff, so many comments. X plus 4/5 x is equal to 27. Now, let's get common denominators. You know, x is 5x over 5, right? 5/5 x plus 4/5 x is equal to 27. That's going to be 9x over 5 is equal to 27. Multiply by 5, multiply by 5. 9x equals 27 times 5. Divide by 9, divide by 9. 9 goes into 27 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. So we know that x is equal to 15. Does it ask us for x? No. It asks us for boys. Well, boys is x. So 15 is good. Alright, guys, just give me 1 second. Okay, so we know that 84 is gonna be J, right? Okay, moving on, 85. It was 2:15 on Annie's watch when she left her house to go to the library. While at the library, she adjusted her watch by setting it forward. Oh, what did you say at the beginning of class from 11:30 to 11:35? I was making tea, so I couldn't hear. Oh my gosh. All right. From 11:30 to 11:35, I said that that our classes will begin starting promptly at 11 and not at 11:30. I apologize for the tardiness, but this morning I had to, I just made sure that I wasn't on Wi-Fi. I had a direct connection. I made sure that all my displays and tablet were charged, and I made sure that that the internet was fine. I was checking the bandwidth, every 10 minutes to make sure that that the bandwidth is fine, it's not being strained, right? Just to make sure that we don't have those problems next time. So that's why I had those problems this morning. Because yesterday I upgraded my internet, but I don't know if that if that change translated over just yet. So I have to make sure that that change did. Any other questions, guys, before we start again? All right, so 85. It was 2:15 on Annie's watch when she left her house to go to the library. While at the library, she adjusted her watch by setting it forward from 2:40 to 2:49, right? So what she's doing here, she's adding 9 minutes. Got it? So at 2:41 is going to be 2:50. At 2:42 is going to be 2:51. Got it? It was 2:09 on her watch when she returned home. So it was 3:09, but she added 9 minutes, right, when she was at the library. So it's actually 3 o'clock based on this time, based on the time that was originally, right? So it's 2:15 that she left, and then at 3 o'clock she came back. 3 o'clock minus 2:15, well, we can't actually subtract, but you know that that's going to be just 45 minutes. Got it? And that's B. Moving on, 86. Let me just do some erasing. 86 is pretty easy, though. All right, guys. Hi, Tefor. You're late. That's interesting. The thing with internet connection is that I've tried to make it so that it doesn't require that much internet. However, regardless of what I do, it's going to require quite a bit of internet because, I am trying to stream 720p video to you guys, right, live. And it usually requires a lot of bandwidth because, you're downloading 720p video live, and the idea is, let's say you watch something like Netflix, it's called pre-buffered and cached, right? So it downloads a little bit quicker. Plus, Netflix has peering agreements with many of the top ISPs, so it gets shuttled to you a little bit faster on a less, congested line, right? So you have to keep that into account also. All right, 86. Alrighty, guys, 86. So now we have this arrow. Now this arrow to this arrow, take a look. The only difference I see is the bottom, right? The top, there's an arrowhead here, there's an arrowhead here. But look, over here, there's no arrowhead, and over here, there is an arrowhead. Everyone sees that? So we're going from here to here, and we're adding an arrowhead. Now, take a look at it over here. We have an arrowhead here, but we don't have an arrowhead here. So our new one is going to have an arrowhead, and voila, F is correct. Hi, Shafin. All right, moving on. 87. Hello, Hashafin. You see Lalone, how nice his name is. He upgraded his internet for us, guys. Don't worry about internet. Internet's not that expensive. All right, 87. If x minus 1 to the fourth is 1, which of the following could be the value of x plus 3? Well, this is kind of interesting because anything to the positive power is going to be 1. Just like anything squared is positive, anything squared is going to be positive. Anything to an even power is going to be positive always. Got it? So the idea is that x minus 1 can be negative because negative 1 to the fourth is equal to positive 1. Got it, guys? So x minus 1 can equal negative 1, or x minus 1 can equal positive 1. Plus 1 plus 1. X equals 0. Everyone got it? Now, well, which of the following could be the value of x plus 3? Well, x plus 3, well, that is 0 plus 3, which is 3. That's a possibility. The other possibility is that x minus 1 is equal to 1, because 1 to the fourth power is 1. Add 1, x equals 2. Now we know we're looking for x plus 3, but 2 plus 3 is 5, and that's not an answer, so A is good. Oh, Naeem, what happened to visiting Maruf? Wait, I hear that Maruf, that Afsana is making you oblige against my deal, but that's impossible, right, Mazed? Because we have a deal. Afsana tells me that she's not gonna let you bring Maruf, but Maruf is gonna come. Oh, also Mazed, you have to help me out. You have to brainstorm and think of like the best possible gift for Maruf. What does he want? 88. Yeah. I'm still brainstorming what to give him. Like I don't know like what he wants. Like, does he want like a large teddy bear, a large toy, a lot of candies? Like, what does he want? Just let me know. 88. A group of workers produces 2,000 lamps per month. Their output was increased by 10%, which demanded a production increase of 40 lamps per worker. How many workers are there in the group? Okay, so we know that the group of workers produces 2,000 lamps per month. Their output was increased by 10%. Right? Which demanded a production increase of 40 lamps per worker. How many workers are there in the group? Well, if you take a look, 10% of 2,000 is equal to 200. Right? Now that 200, these 200 extra lamps created a production increase of 40 lamps per worker. Right? So in order for everyone to meet the demand, there had to be 40 lamps per worker. Everyone got that? Now those 40 lamps per worker split into 200. Well, 200 divided by 40 is 5. So that means that there's 5 workers, because those 5 workers are doing an extra 40 lamps per worker. And that's how they make up the extra 200. Well, Zed, you have to tell me what he wants. Like, what has he always wanted? 89. A regular hexagon is inscribed into a circle. Find the perimeter of the hexagon if the diameter of the circle is 12. Okay, so we have a circle. Well, should draw it perfectly. All right, guys, ready? Let's get started. Well, it's not gonna work. Kind of. But okay. All right, an iPhone. Name, I need help with 90. All right, we're gonna go over that. What if he wants a phone, an iPhone? Do you know he don't really care? I wouldn't mind getting him like an iPad or something. I don't know if an iPhone would be. I don't know if you'd want an iPhone. How does an iPad work? What's that? Oh, a regular hexagon is inscribed into a circle. All right, find the perimeter of the hexagon if the diameter of the circle is 12. Yeah, I ate the candy, Mazed. Well, I like gave half of it to my boss, but yeah, I ate the candy. Find the perimeter of the hexagon. Okay, if the diameter of the circle is 12. So if the diameter of the circle is 12, well, you should know that the radius of the circle is going to be 6. And take a look. That's 6. And if we create this radii, that's 6 also. Got it? Now, how do we find the third side? Because in order to find the perimeter of the triangle, of the hexagon, my bad, we have to find the third side, right? Well, if you think about it, what's this angle equal to? Or what's that angle equal to? Or what's that angle equal to? Well, we know that that the entire circle over here is equal to 360 degrees, right? And 360 degrees, well, it's going to be divided into 6 sectors, right? 1 sector, 2, 3, 4, 6 triangles pretty much. So 360 divided by 6 is 60 degrees. So that's going to be 60 degrees. Everyone sees that? That's what's interesting. And that's going to be 60 degrees. Now, take a look at the other angles. Well, if you take a look at the other angles, how do you find the sum of interior angles in a polygon? Well, 180 times n minus 2 over n is going to give you the average interior angle, average measure interior angle in a polygon. We're going to plug in 6. Got it? So it's going to be 180 times 6 minus 2 over 6. 180 times 4 over 6. 6, 180, 30. 30 times 4 is 120. Got it? Now each of these angles are 120. Everyone sees that? Each of those angles are 120. Now what happens is 120, right? Each of those angles are 120. But when they create that line, when they create those triangles, it splits it, so it becomes 60. So that's 60, and that's 60. So that's 60, 60, 60, and that's an equilateral triangle. Got it, guys? It's an equilateral triangle. So that means that if this is 6 and this is 6, the other side must also be 6. So if a side of the hexagon is 6 and the hexagon has 6 sides, you can find the perimeter of the hexagon, well, by doing 6 times 6, right? Because there's 6 sides which have a length of 6 each, so 6 times 6, which is 36. See, but Zed, what do I get him? You have to think about it. Does he want a teddy bear? Does he want an iPad? Does he want like a large stuffed toy? Does he want like a toy car? Does he want like, I don't know, candy? All right, let's go on to 90. Okay, now I want you to see how many terms are in a sequence. Got it? How many terms are in the sequence before it starts repeating itself? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Didn't see on the 8th term it starts repeating itself? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got it? And then it starts repeating itself again. Now we know that there are 7 elements in this pattern, and then it starts repeating and repeating and repeating. So what you do is you divide 7 into 60, and you get 8 remainder 4. Got it? 7 times 8 is 56, remainder 4. Now, we don't care about this 8. This 8 just says that the pattern repeated 8 times. Got it? That's what that says. Now, this is what we care about. Alright guys, so let's take a look. If something was remainder 4, that means it landed on the 4th term. Something was remainder 5, that means it landed on the 5th term. Something was remainder 6, landed on the 6th term. And can you have remainder 7? No, you can't. Got it? So that's how you know you landed on all of the terms. Got it? So what you want to do is over here, we know that since we have remainder 4, it's going to be the same as the 4th term. If it was remainder 5, it'd be the same as the 5th term. If it was remainder 6, it'd be the same as the 6th term. If there was no remainder, then it would land on the 7th term. If there was remainder 1, it would land on the 1st term. Remainder 2, land on the 2nd term. But since we have remainder 4, we were landing on the 4th term. You have to know this for sequences and patterns. Got it, guys? Well, answer my question first. I did eat. I ate like half the candy. I ate like half the Milky Way mint, whatever, and I gave half it to my boss. All right. Make sure you guys understand number 90, right? You have to divide 7 into 60 and get yourself remainders and number of terms in a sequence. Got it, guys? All right, moving on. All right. Yep. Well, there's another one. There's the 3rd term is also piped with the right out. But yeah, H is correct. Got it, guys? Moving on. Make sure you know that, though. That's very important. All right, guys, moving on. Number 91. If a school has one teacher for every 6 students, How many teachers are there if the school has a total of 840 teachers and students? Okay, 91 is very interesting. Really what you have to do here is you have to account for the ratio. So the ratio is 1 to 6, got it? But now you have to account for the fact that you have 840 teachers and students, right? So what you want to do is think your ratio, whenever you have these type of prompts, think your ratio like 1x to 6x. And that counts for every single possible option. No, guys, Maroof is special. But okay. We have to account for every single possible option, right? So that's why I'm always turn ratios into x's. Right, so I converted 1 to 6 into 1x to 6x. Got it? And that lets me account for more variances, right? More variabilities. So 1 to 6 could be 1x to 6x. Why? Because 2 to 12, 3 to 18. Got it? So that's the ratio. Now we can add the ratio 1x plus 6x, and we're left with 7x. Got it? And then what we do is we divide 7x. So 7x, that's the sum of the ratio, is equal to the sum of the actual people. So 7x is equal to 840. Divide by 7. Divide by 7. X is equal to, well, 10 and then 12. So 120. Got it, guys? So x is equal to 120. Then you plug in that into the ratio. So 1 times 120 to 6 times 120. So that's 120 to 720. to 720. So we're looking for how many teachers are there. Well, we know that one teacher for every 6 students, so it's going to be 120. Got it? And there's 720 students. Lizette, you still didn't tell me what he wants. Okay, moving on. Number 92. If the temperature at 9 o'clock p.m. was 12 degrees Fahrenheit and after 6 hours the temperature dropped to 6 degrees Fahrenheit below zero, what was the rate of change in temperature per hour? Got it? So we know the temperature at 9 p.m. was 12, right? 9 p.m. temperature was 12 degrees Fahrenheit. After 6 hours, so 6 hours later, 9 p.m. plus 3 is 12, and 12 plus 3 is 3. So it's going to be 3 a.m., right? 6 hours later, so 3 hours later becomes 12 a.m., and another 3 hours is 3 a.m. The temperature dropped to 6 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, well, no, 6 degrees below zero, so that's negative 6. What's the rate of change in temperatures per hour? Well, in rate of change, we want to do amount changed over time, right? So we know we went from 12 to negative 6 in 6 hours. It's 12, so that becomes 12 plus 6 over 6. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 over 6 is 3. So 3 degrees Fahrenheit per hour. Got it, guys? Come on, guys. Are you paying attention to the math? I mean, Mazed, what does he want? Does he want an iPad? Does he want a stuffed toy? What does he want? You gotta tell me what he wants. Right, pretty important. 94. What is the smallest possible positive difference between two different prime numbers? Well, okay, so we're trying to find two different prime numbers, and we're trying to find the smallest possible difference between them. Well, we have to think of like all the different prime numbers, but an easy one is 2 comma 3, right? And that's going to create the smallest possible positive difference because they're the closest apart, right? The closest. So 3 minus 2 is just 1. Obviously, it can't be 0 because that'd be the same number. Oh, I skipped 93. All right. Oh, let's do 93. If the area of the trapezoid is D plus B times C, okay. What is the A in terms of B? Interesting. Well, the area of the trapezoid is going to be D plus B times C. Okay. So guys, take a look. What is A in terms of B? Well, that's pretty interesting. Well, what you should know is that the area of a trapezoid, well, area of this entire trapezoid, area of a trapezoid, well, is always equal to, okay, so base 1 plus base 2 over 2 times height. Okay, now, so the base 1 is D plus base 2, let's just say all of this is x over 2 times height, right? But that's equal to what? They say the area of the trapezoid is this, D plus B times C. Well, obviously height is C, so we can just, they say that that's equal to D plus B times C. Well, if we divide C from both sides, divide C, we're left with D plus X over 2 is equal to D plus B. Okay, moving on. Right, now what we could do is multiply by 2, multiply by 2. We're left with what? We're left with the fact that D plus X is equal to 2D plus 2B. Subtract D, subtract D. X is equal to D plus 2B. Now what's X? X is this entire thing, right? X is equal to A. Well, what else do we know about X? We know that, we know what? Well, we know for a fact that we have, well, how would I explain this? Okay, so we have that X is equal to D plus 2B, right? Now we know that X is equal to this plus this, right? And that's going to be A plus B plus 2D. So we know that this X is just A plus B plus D. So A plus B plus D, everyone sees that? This is A, this is B, and the top can translate down to D, is equal to D plus 2B. Now we're solving for what? We're solving for A. So subtract B, we're left with plus B here. Subtract D, we're left with nothing here. D minus D is 0. So A is equal to B. Got it, guys? That's pretty interesting. Okay, Mozad, I will get on whatever I think he will want. Got it, guys? Any questions? Any questions on this one, guys? It's kind of interesting. All right, moving on. We did a question like this before. Let's do it again. I always tell you to like sketch it out. We have negative 1, comma 3. We have negative 1, comma 7. And we have 0, comma 4. All right, now if we do that, everyone sees it? Great. What I want you to do now, guys, is try to know number 95 by yourselves, right? We did a question like this before. I'm gonna try to draw it a little bit better. And then we have what? We have 0, 4. Right, 0, 4. So that's gonna be right over here. So I want you guys to try to do this. How would you guys do this? Well, if you take a look, we know that this is 4. Well, let me try to point it out to you. Let me do it with a different color. We know that this right here is 4, right? We also know tomorrow's just class. Right, so that's 4. Then we also know what that's 0, 4, right? Now we don't care about that. We're just trying to find the height here. So that distance. Well, what's the distance from -1 to 0? So that height right here, that height is just 1. That distance from -1 to 0 is 1. Right? Now what I want you to do is, well, the height is 1, base is 4, area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. 1 times 4 divided by 2 is 2. Good job, Juhan. Here's the correct answer. Got it, guys? See how the colors look much better than what we see? Yeah, I'll check the Namistai next week. Tomorrow we just have a lot of classwork to do. We have some catching up to do because I think we're fooling around in class a little too much. But okay. 96. Whoa, what's the question? It says find the area. What is the area of the triangle? 96. A square is inscribed into a circle. It's lagging now? No, not again. '96. A square is inscribed into a circle with a radius of 3 centimeters. What is the area of the square? Let me double check. It shouldn't be me though. Alright guys, let's just continue on with this for now. A square is inscribed into a circle with the radius of 3. Okay, so let's take a look at how that works. What's the area of the square? So square is inscribed into a circle. Guys, is it happening again? Hmm. Guys, let's see what I can do to fix the situation. Um. Hmm. That's always a problem. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Ready? So by 8 p.m. today. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say by tomorrow morning. I'm gonna post up a video. I don't wanna do this. Okay, hold on. Let's see. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. Let me write it in. Let me write it in. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Um. By 8 a.m. tomorrow, I will post a video explaining all of the questions in the Namistai book. Starting with where we left off. And I'll hold a review session from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Thursday. No, let's make that on Friday. On Friday to go over any questions that were not clear in the video. I think that's the best way to do it. I could stream it with 480p, but I think the quality is going to degrade quite a bit. Right now, streaming 480p, but the quality is going to get really chunky. I think that's a better idea, guys. I think it's better that by 8 a.m. tomorrow, I post a video explaining all the questions in the Namistai book volume 1, starting with where we left off. Then I'll hold a review session from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday to go over any questions that were not clear in the video. I think that's the best way to do it. What do you guys think? I think that's the best way to do it. I'll actually think about the online versus face-to-face. I think we could actually make it face-to-face. Alright guys, it looks like I am gonna pre-record and then I'm going to have a live review session. I'm not totally sure if I'm gonna I wasn't talking. I am gonna probably do it live, alright? I'm probably gonna pre-record the review session, work on the internet, see what else I can do. Maybe I'm gonna just make it the review sessions in off-peak hours. Got it? I'll just have review sessions at off-peak hours instead of at the on-peak 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. because it seems like we can't handle it. But let's see what I can do. All right, guys, for now, just work on the Namistai book, work on the volume 2. If you're done with volume 1, try to get as many questions as done as possible. Email me if you need any help. There's not really much I can do. I don't. If 480p works good for you guys, works well for you guys, then I guess I can go on through 480p. But if anything, I'm gonna try to make the review session face to face, so in person at the center. Got it? So we'll see what we can do. Alright guys, I'm not sure the 480p is good quality. Let me try to check how the quality is for 480p. Then I'll make a decision. Any other questions, guys, before we leave? I'm not really sure if you guys like the 480p. I just agree with the quality. Alright, guys, I have degraded the quality. Let me know what you guys want me to do. Um, guys, let me know what you guys want me to do. Do you guys like the 480p quality? Do you want me to continue on, or do you just want me to pre-record a video and have you guys watch that? And then after that, we can have a short review session and go over any specific questions that you need help with. Just use the Q&A box. Gotta use the Q&A box. It's fine. I didn't care what the huge hoot is about. It's a 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. class Friday mandatory. No, it's not mandatory. It's 8 a.m. video going over the entire book of Volume 1 is due next week, you said? Yes, it is going to go over the entire book of Namistai Volume 1 that we didn't go over already. See why you're silent in the class for today. I'm going to give you guys your options, right? Here are your options. A, continue today at 480p and try to finish as much as possible. B, wait until 8 a.m. tomorrow on Monday on Friday. 8 a.m. Thursday. Or 8 a.m. Thursday. To watch a pre-recorded video that goes over the entirety of the Namistai book and then have a short review session at a later date in Alright guys, there are your options. You guys are fine with continuing today for 480p. Let me know guys. Make votes, take votes. I'm taking a minute and then we will continue. Reconvene. Alright guys, we're choosing option B, I believe. Alright, guys. We're gonna go with option. It looks like going with option B. B. Culture B. Just turn down yourself. Alright, guys. You can bring in volume one. I'll let you know on Thursday what the deal is. But looks like we're going with option B. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys next time. If you have any questions, email me. Sorry about today. We'll try to fix this tomorrow. We have a nice session that's not based on the book, so I'll see you guys then. Have a good one.